On today's episode, it's the TK7 Go Panel. Today I wanted to look at standard luminosity masks that work with lights, darks, and midtones versus the zone masks. And a lot of people ask questions and they say, well, when do I use a zone mask and when do I use a basic luminosity mask? And today I wanted to maybe try to help clear some of that up for you. We'll be working with this beach image today, and what I want to do is lighten up the foreground grasses and some of the hills in the background there, and also darken the sky down just a little bit, just to bring some balance into this image. And my hope is with the TK7 Go panel, the more that we work with it, the more you're going to understand it, okay? So let's go up to the TK7 Go panel. Now what I want to do first is maybe darken the sky just a little bit. So let's try a couple different methods for that. Let's first start off with the regular luminosity mask found under this icon right here. So let's go ahead and click this. And now we have a black and white image, but it's really a luminosity mask. We're creating a luminosity mask. And remember that black reveals, white conceals, and any shade of gray in between will get more or less of the adjustment that we apply to that particular layer that this luminosity mask will be sitting on. Now remember, I want to darken the sky, so I want to find a luminosity mask that'll make that sky the lightest and the foreground area the darkest. All right. Now notice up here in this section across here, right now we're set on LUM for luminosity. Now that is dealing with the three colors that Photoshop uses: red, green, and blue to make up all the colors in your image. And Tony uses these color channels to his advantage. Now we start out with the basic luminosity of red, green, and blue, and then Tony breaks it down into red. I'm going to click through these and watch what happens. Here's red. Notice the difference. Now remember, I want that sky to go light and the foreground to get as dark as I can, but watch what happens when I hit blue. See, the sky has gotten a lot lighter. The foreground grasses have got darker. I don't care about the beach area here, and I'll show you how I'll tackle that. But so far, the blue's looking the best. So I'm trying to find a channel that'll work the best. Here's cyan, here's magenta, and here's yellow. And right now, I believe blue is working the best. Before I start and modify this mask, and what I mean by modify is make the sky lighter and make the foreground darker, I'm going to show you something right here. You notice this circle right here, this red circle? I'm going to click it. I haven't showed this to you yet. Whenever you see red, that will be the area on the luminosity mask. It's going to take most of the adjustment. So areas that are not as red, like in these darker areas in the foreground, will not get as much adjustment. It helps you to visualize and see what's happening for you. So if that's a good aid for you, you can go ahead and use this. I don't use it that often because I learned to read the mask myself. And this other icon right here, this will let you see between your image and your layer mask that you're creating. So that's kind of nice. So if you want to go back and forth, because you might say, well, what color am I dealing with here that I'm working with, or what area am I working with? You might want to see it in color, so you can click this icon here. So that's very important. Let's go ahead and modify this mask. Now I want that sky to have a lot of light area, and I want the foreground grasses to be really dark because I don't want them to take the adjustment, okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start to modify this. The first thing I like to start with is this A button here. And if you click this, it'll do an auto levels adjustment. It may have slightly adjusted it. It didn't do much. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to work with this levels adjustment. I'm going to take the highlights and start to bump it into the left. And when I do, see how that sky gets lighter? So I'm going to lighten up that sky, and I want my grasses to go darker. So I'm going to take the shadow slider and I'm going to start to bump it into the right. Like that, somewhere around there. Now I'm going to play with the midtone slider and move one way or the other. So I just want that, again, that sky to be as light as I can get it and the foreground to be as dark as I can get it. And somewhere, I think somewhere right around in there is doing the trick. Now I'm going to do something different, and that is, see these brushes right here? This is the modify section all in here. We're not going to touch all these buttons in here, but I'm just going to show you certain ones today that I'm going to use. And I'm going to use this black brush right here, okay? So I'm going to click it. And now I have a nice brush, and I'm going to get a brush and make it nice and big. I have 100% opacity and 100% flow. And what I'm going to do is just paint out this foreground area because I don't want any of this foreground to get an adjustment, okay? And that brush is nice and feathered, okay? So I'm just going to paint up here into this water area here. And I don't care if it feathers up into the sky a little bit. That's going to be fine. I'm going to make this brush a little bit smaller as I get closer to the edge here. and just paint up around in here like so, and get in this whole water area here and let it feather up into here. It's going to be nice and feathered, and you'll see the adjustment will look really great. So now I have the sky, which is very light, and the foreground is very dark. Now, we have to output this, so we want to decide how we want to output it. And now I could output it to a curves adjustment layer, or a levels adjustment, or a brightness contrast adjustment, but I think I'll use a curves adjustment. So right now I'm just going to click on the curves, and when I do, it'll output that layer mask right onto that curves adjustment. And now here's my curve right here, so I'm just going to take that curve and I'm going to start to pull down, and you notice how it's only affecting the sky. So I don't want to go too far here because I'm only trying to balance this image out, but I'm going to say maybe right around in that area. So here's the before and here's the after. Before we move on to lightening the foreground area, let's compare a zone mask to a luminosity mask and see which one would have done the better job, or would have they been about the same. Let's check that out. We'll start by shutting this layer off so we get back to the original image. Now let's go up to the zone mask. We'll click this icon right here. And now we have to pick a zone. Our color picker comes up. So the zone area that I want to pick are these tones right in here. Okay, so I'm going to click right here, click OK, and this is what our mask looks like. Now let's see if we can modify it. All right, now you'll notice we don't have our color channels anymore. We just have these zone ranges here, 1 up to 9, and we have the slider here. We could slide anywhere along there, but when I used that color picker, it said, there's your zone right there, Dave. I'm going to leave that right there because I think that's pretty good, but then I can do some modifications. I can use the levels adjustment here, but I also have these two sliders, which are really cool, and this one will adjust the width of the zone. So if I move this to the left, notice how the zone is getting more and more narrow as I go along. And that's going in the wrong direction, right? That's not getting enough of the area of the sky. So let's move it the whole way back to the right. Or I have this other slider here that I can make my light areas lighter by moving this to the right. And it is lightening those areas, but it does not look as smooth as the luminosity mask did. So I'm going to go ahead and set this back. And now let's play around with the modify here. Let's work with levels here. I'm going to use my highlights and move this to the left, see if I can lighten up that sky area and darken up the dark areas. And yeah, but I'm still missing a lot of areas in the foreground. The sky doesn't look as smooth, and that's going in the wrong direction. So I think I'm just going to scrap it. The more time you spend with working with the TK7 Go panel, the easier it'll be for you to determine whether to start with the luminosity mask or zone mask, and sometimes you don't know until you try them both. To get out of the zone mask mode, just click this X and that'll get you back. Let's go ahead and turn this layer back on, this curves layer, and that was the mask I made out of luminosity mask. Okay, now to take a look at that mask, we can click this icon right here. We can see what that mask looked like. Now I love that mask. I think it did a beautiful job. So that was the right way to go, the luminosity mask using the blue channel. And click the same icon and we're back to the image. And now we're going to tackle the foreground area. Well, what do you think? Zone mask or luminosity mask? I'm going to say zone mask. So let's try that. That's a hunch I have. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to choose one of these darker grasses in here. I don't want to go into the real super dark grasses, but the darker tones in here. I just want to lighten up. So let's click that. And right there, that mask is looking pretty good. Now we need to do some modifications here. So I'm going to go ahead and narrow this mask in by moving this to the left here. And now let me lighten up the light areas of the mask by pulling this slider to the whole way to the right. That looks pretty good. Now the sky here, I don't think this is going to be an issue because I'm going to use some black paint and just paint that out, but I think the mask is looking pretty good. Now we can further modify with this levels adjustment. Let's try that. I can darken that a little bit more. That's darkening more of the sky area down, and also my foreground, because I don't want to get any of the water or this sandy area in here. And let's adjust the midtones a little bit. Yeah, to pick up more of the midtones. I'm thinking right around there. It looks pretty good. Let's lighten up the lights a little bit more. Maybe something like that. Now let me go ahead and get a black paintbrush and let me just go ahead and paint away the rest of the sky up here. Just like that. And I think I have myself a pretty nice mask right there. Now all we need to do is output it to an adjustment layer. Now I could use another curves adjustment layer, which is typically what I use, or I could use a levels or a brightness contrast. I'm just going to use a curve, so let's go ahead and click this, and it'll throw that layer mask on a curves adjustment layer. Now let's pull up on this curve and see if it does the job we want. And yeah, look at that. It's just lightening up those grasses in the foreground. It's lightening up these areas on the rocks back in here, on both these little hills back here. It's staying away from the sand. It's doing a great job. Now, whenever I lighten up on darker areas like this, I like to add a little bit of contrast back. And a curve is a good way to add some contrast back. So all we need to do is come to the left-hand side of the curve, the bottom left here, put a little point right here and just drag down just a tiny wee bit. You see that contrast go back in there? So here's the before and here's the after. So we've lightened it up, but we've maintained contrast. Now let's take a look at our sky here, the before. Here's the before the adjustment, it was lighter, and here's the after, we darkened it up a bit. Now if I hold the Option or Alt key down on the background layer and click the eye, you can see the overall before and after. So now we've brought some nice balance back into this image through the aid of luminosity and zone masks. My hope is that the more we work with the TK7 Go panel, the more you're going to understand the value of it and how it can really speed up your Photoshop workflow. If you enjoyed this tutorial today, please give it a like, share it with your friends. If you're not yet a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe, click the bell notification icon. Then every time I upload a new tutorial, you'll be notified about it. I want to thank